I never thought a single joke could change everything between my wife and me. But one night, with a room full of friends, a careless remark she made ended up being the turning point in our relationship. A moment burned into my memory forever. It started out as an ordinary evening. We had a few close friends over. The atmosphere was easy, full of food, laughter, and stories. I remember leaning back on the couch, soaking it all in, thinking it was going to be just another fun night. But sometimes the smallest things set off the biggest storms. One of her friends threw out a harmless joke about men and their insecurities, the kind of thing people usually laugh at and move past. But then my wife, wine glass in hand, and a sly grin on her face, decided to take it further. She smirked, glanced at me, and said, "Well, not every man has much to brag about, if you know what I mean." The laughter in the room froze for a second. Everyone knew exactly what she meant. She was talking about me, directly. And then, just like that, she laughed. Her friends chuckled too, though you could tell some of them weren't sure if they should. I sat there, stunned. The woman I trusted, the one I built my life with, had just humiliated me in front of people we both knew. It felt like the floor gave way beneath me. For a moment, I thought about swallowing it down, forcing a smile, and letting the moment pass. But then something inside me snapped. I leaned forward, looked her right in the eyes, and said calmly but firmly, "Maybe I'm average, but with a field that big, of course a normal player is going to look small." The silence after my words was thick, but it lasted only a heartbeat. Then the whole room erupted in laughter. Some of her friends were doubled over, gasping for air. Others tried to hide their faces, but they couldn't stop themselves. My comeback didn't just turn the joke around. It flipped the spotlight entirely onto her. Her smirk disappeared instantly. Her face flushed deep red, not from wine, but from pure embarrassment. Her eyes glossed with tears, and before anyone could say another word, she bolted upstairs, slamming the bedroom door behind her. The rest of the night limped on with awkward attempts at small talk, but the damage had already been done. I sat there, pretending to stay composed, though inside I was shaking. A part of me felt guilty for hitting her back so hard, but another part believed it was the only way she could ever understand how deeply her words had cut me. The next morning, I found her at the kitchen table. She hadn't slept. Her eyes were swollen, her face pale, her hands trembling as she held her coffee. For a while, she said nothing. Then, in a broken whisper, she muttered, "I'm sorry." I waited. I wanted to hear more, to know if she really meant it. She finally looked at me with tears streaming down her cheeks. I thought I was just being funny. I didn't realize how cruel it sounded until afterward. When everyone laughed, I saw your face, and later that night, I felt the same sting myself when I replayed it in my head. I hurt you. I humiliated you. And when you fired back, I understood exactly what I had done. I went too far. You didn't deserve that. Hearing her break down like that left me conflicted. Part of me was relieved that she finally understood. But another part couldn't erase the image of her laughing at me, with everyone else joining in. That moment was seared into me. We sat there talking for hours. She promised she hadn't meant to tear me down, that it was just a stupid attempt at humor gone wrong. I told her some wounds can't just be undone, that once respect is broken in public, it leaves scars. She nodded, admitting that the look on my face that night would haunt her forever. The truth is, that night wasn't just about a joke. It was about respect, about knowing when not to cross the line, about realizing that the person who's supposed to love you most should never be the one to humiliate you. She apologized. She cried. She vowed never to cross that boundary again. But even now, the memory lingers. For both of us, what I took away from that experience is this. Words carry weight. A careless joke might get a laugh in the moment, but the damage it causes can last far longer than the sound of laughter. So if you ever think about making a joke at your partner's expense, don't. Because once it's out there, you can't take it back. And the fallout might be far worse than you expect.